Alright, sweet. Okay, I'm here, and I'm ready to rumble, gamers. So, I hope I'm not too loud here. Damn, alright. Okay, so, yeah, I just started the stream, there's nobody here, but we can get started anyways. For the recording, I just was gonna comment on what I'm doing anyways. Right, I first want to quickly turn anti-aliasing off on this. Oh, it's already turned off. Maybe we want to turn it on then, because it doesn't look right. Oh, there we go. That's nicer. Okay. Also this is done, which is nice. I'll check that later. That's... That's... Let's put this here. Okay. Right, so we're working on the GL Digit engine. And I fixed the error from last time when it was just a return was missing, and that's why it was giving us an illegal instruction. And now we have a window which doesn't do much, but it's there. It doesn't clear or anything, but that's good enough for me right now. So let's get rid of this. Oh, oops, sorry about that. There we go. Okay. So we see that. All right, so we want to look at the core backend here. So when we draw, which was so clear, right? It's gonna be GL clear. I mean, these are, you know, and then we're gonna clear GL color buffer bit, and that's also clear the depth buffer bit. I'm not sure if that's needed, but oh well. Clear color. We're gonna take like what does it take? Alpha as well. I was about to say that's RGBA probably. And then it's GFW swap buffers for the window. Wow, okay, this is actually working. Oh, oops. Let's run it. And we got a red screen. Okay, so the render is working. Well, holy shit, it's lagging. How many FPS are we pulling? Wait, how many FPS are we pulling? Because I'm pretty sure we're pulling way too many. Let's yeah. Actually, we have a log, don't we? Verbose FPS. Let's grab the delta time and then 1.0f over delta time, which gives us the FPS. Then we head out here and print that. Why is it saying 60 milliseconds, but then it's really laggy when we move the window? Oh, are we trying to change the window title or something? I wouldn't be surprised. Core application. Actually, hold on. Let's quickly get rid of this argument again. Core application. Yeah, we have this right here, which is updating. Okay, let's quickly verbose log here. Window. Actually, let's actually call it window set title. That way we know what the fuck it does, right? Make the sh and bin dungeon engine. So that's not it, because we do definitely just do that every now and then. I don't know what it's lagging at. Like, why is it lagging like that? It's because... Actually, I want to figure that out, because that is not good. We are getting 60 FPS, so that's not the problem. So, the question obviously being, why does this happen? And more importantly, is it because of what I did, or is it just fucky right now? Because both are very well possible. Right. So we did enable the depth test, so we should just clear the depth buffer tail here. That makes a whole lot of sense. Now, if I get rid of this, let's just make sure that I'm not fucking this up too madly, yeah? Does it still have that problem? Yikes. It's even worse. Okay. Not good at all. It's no fucking good at all. So something is lagging us to shit. And I'd like to know what. So hotspot is gonna run now. Hotspotting time. And now I shouldn't run as root. Shut the fuck up. I'm telling myself to shut the fuck up in case you were wondering. We need to record data on that. Wait, what? Wait. This must be... Oh, I was about to say, that's not right. We need to run that, obviously. That's the old one. Oh, yikes. Right, that's enough. We don't need more of that. Okay, now we can figure out what the so there should be one big spike in the middle. And that's what we're looking for right now, right? We're looking for one big spike. So let's look, not in here, right? This is not what we want. What we're looking for is down here one big spike, yeah? So if we look at, quickly pull this out of the way. See, there's one big spike here. Like this is what I would call a spike, yeah? This right here. And I want to know what the fuck this is. So the most time is taken up by GL backend clear, which is calling the NVIDIA GL core, whatever. So, question being, right, let's disown that real quick. If we don't do that, right, GL clear, if we don't do this, then what happens, right? That's my question. So let's run that. It's still lagging. Yikes. But why? Wait, are we locking in mutex? Do we have... Did I make this multi-threaded somehow and forgot about it? There's no way. I didn't know. I really didn't. Okay, so the question being, how do we actually... Wait. I think the music's way too loud. Hold on. Yes, I know. Epic Chill Step Collection. I just like it as a background. It's nice. Okay, shut up. Okay, GL clear. Huge lag. Yeah, let's just search for that. Let's see what happens. Now, one thing we might be doing here is we're waiting, but that would show up in here, right? So, let's see that we're not doing this multiple times per frame, because that looks like we're doing it multiple times per frame here. Or like, am I being retarded? Like, there's multiple calls to it. Is there not? What the fuck? %20 for the timers? Did I mess the timers up? Like, what happened to the timer? How did the timers even work? I don't remember that. By the way, no, this is not Windows 95 or 3.11 or something. Just looks like it. I just like the style of it. I just really like it. It's just nice designed. So what happens if we run it in release mode, right? That's really the question right now for me. Like, what happens if we have it in release mode? Does the same thing happen? Or does the whatever the fuck's happening here just get optimized away because it doesn't? Well, it doesn't actually like out the PC that much. Okay, let's look at HTOP. Maybe that's a mistake. Maybe I shouldn't look at sudo htop. Maybe I should just look at htop. Hold on, quickly turn. No. Yeah, there we go. All right. So what are we seeing for CPU time here? A lot of that. Not a lot of dungeon shit. Hold on. Okay, so the dungeon engine itself barely uses any CPU. Yeah, barely. Now, if I start moving it, what is happening? What is using? Wait, hold on. What is using so much? Sorry, this is kind of yikes, but I'm just confused because this shouldn't happen, you know? Oh, is it just OBS? Hey, Gaming Dragon, what's up? Yeah, it's been a while, but you know, finally Christmas holidays for me. Over here in Germany, it's Christmas holidays. I don't know when it starts for you guys, but or for anybody else. But right now, I have holidays until like the 6th of January. So that's lit. And so I'm working on the engine again, and I'm working on the renderer at the moment. I'm working on a GL version of the renderer. Wait, actually, I don't think I streamed this. I don't think I streamed this before. Yikes. But yeah, welcome back. How you doing today? On this wonderful Monday. I had to look that up. What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? Hey, stop. Don't bully me. Hello? Excuse me? What do you mean? Right. I'm not sure why this is doing that. Why is it so laggy? I'm so confused about that one. Anyways, let's work on the confusing. Why? Why? How? Why? What am I doing? Wait. Wait. Are you making fun of me? Hello? Excuse me? That's so rude. Alright, so how much is this getting called? Pretty function. I'm talking in the language of smart. I wish, dude. I wish. There it is. There's the call to virtual GL backend to submit. Right. So this is really simple. I'm just making a renderer. That's all I'm doing. So basically, there's an API called OpenGL which does rendering, right? Like it communicates with the graphics card. Yeah, so it sends shit to the graphics card so the graphics card can draw it. That's pretty much it. And you know, you take your monitor and you plug it into your graphics card. So you know, that's your graphics card produces whatever you see on your monitor. So yes, okay. And so why is my sound fucked, or what's the problem? Anyways, feel free to ask any questions. I mean, that's why I'm streaming this, so other people can learn too. Okay. Okay, Zoomers. Let's Zoomer. Yes, you have a question. What's up? What's happening? What's going on? What does I'm trying to explain it to you. So, I'm making a game, yeah? For that I need a game engine, which is basically just it's one part of a game. Like it's like the foundation, yeah? So everything the game itself is built on top of that somehow. And then the engine itself needs to have stuff like it needs to make physics happen, it needs to make stuff appear on the screen and make stuff look pretty. And it's not nerd language. Alright, come on. Don't bully me. So you take this engine that you have. Usually you would use like Unity or some other like engine. The engine is just a fancy word. Don't worry about it, right? It's just basically it's the foundation, yeah. And then you build your game on top of that. So you add some 3D models, you add some scripts, and boom, you have a game, right? Yeah, me neither. It's new to me too. And so, but because I'm making a game from scratch as much as possible, like without using an engine that already exists, I need to make my own engine, which is literally the thing that drives the game, yeah, makes it go places and stuff. And one part of it is the thing that makes everything pretty, yeah, the renderer. So rendering is like a ton of leaders actually. See, that's yes. Anyways, so the it has a renderer, and the renderer is it's just a thing that basically you give it some model or some picture or whatever, and it's gonna make sure that that appears on the screen in the right place at the right time. Yeah. Yes, renderer. What the fuck? A renderer, yeah. And so you take like an image, and you put it on the screen, and so it's like so the player can see the image, right? Or you want to load a model, like, you know, maybe a house or some shit, so you can put it on the screen. It's a name. It renders. Rendering is the process of drawing something on the screen, yeah? And the screen is this. Yes, this is a screen, yeah? This entire thing is a screen. What you're looking at right now is a screen. And you want to draw something on that. Maybe you want to draw text like this, or maybe you want to draw a picture like this up here, or I don't know. Fucking a video like this, you know? So something has to do that. Yeah, alright. I tried. And so it's drawing on the screen, and that's what a renderer is. And I'm trying to make one with something called OpenGL. That's alright. I don't know, maybe it's not the best time for me to concentrate at this moment or something, because yes. What did I want to do? Yeah, so let's not worry about the lag for now, because apparently that doesn't fucking make a difference. So let's clear the screen and everything, and it's just the same way we've done it before. So we want to call these two functions right here. their functions from OpenGL and they make stuff. They clear the screen. They make it red. So that's what our window looks like at this time. Weird, resizing is quick, but moving the window is super slow. Oh wait, moving any window is super slow. Oh, it's probably because I'm recording. All right, fair enough. So we don't need the hotspot anymore here. Okay. So what do we want? So the sprite render component has a sprite, and if we actually look at the core GL, what does a sprite have? Am I retarded? Hold on. Sprite. Oh, it's literally just a material in the rectangle. So the material is GL material. Yeah, okay. I'm back into this. Okay, GL material. Yeah, and that's neat. So GL material is a material, and do we actually construct one? Hold on. Verbose. Let's function. Let's see if we actually construct one, because I'm not sure. I don't want to look it up. Yeah, we do. Okay. Let's make this pretty function. Quickly pull up a different one that we can use for this. The way it shows up correctly. Right, so we see what do we see, boys? We see material getting called once. So we have a material and we are passing it probably. So let's go to main CPP quick. And we see that we are creating a component with ground.png, which is the texture. Okay, so we need to go back to the backend. So we have everything. Yeah, we have a texture, we have all that good stuff. So let's vertically split real quick. Let's make this full screen vertically split for core sprite. What is it? Sprite render component. It's gonna be in an ECS because it's an anti-component system thing. Because is a component, so to nobody's surprise whatsoever, that is actually a synthesized map. We don't care. All right, we do not care right now. So the problem that we face currently is that we don't really know how to draw stuff. Like, I don't really know how to draw stuff properly in an object-oriented way. I do kind of know how to draw stuff on OpenGL, yeah? So if we go and learn OpenGL here, which is a little... Oh, fuck. It completely dies, doesn't it? Yikes. Alright, I try though. Okay, well then let's just look at the main.c file. Wait, this one is written in C, yeah? So that's different already, but it's not too bad because we have some functions here that are very interesting to us at this time. So if we look up here, we already have all this stuff basically copied over. Oh, we have all this stuff copied over already. Like, I think, wait, do we? That's not everything. I can tell that that's not everything, right? Oh, okay, instead of like terminating and going, oh, something went wrong and there is this error, whatever, we just fucking assert it, right? That's the difference here. That's why this has an assert and this one has a if statement. That's why this is longer, right? But basically it's the same code, yeah? Well, this is C++ified a little bit as well with, with being in a constructor and whatnot. So then we have GLFW terminate in the destructor, so we do that, right? Yeah. I think we should close the window, actually. Wait, quick question. Do we still have that problem where... Can we not close the window? Oh, we can't. Yeah, no, that... Interesting. All right, I forgot about that. We can't actually close the window yet, so let's actually do that real quick. We have nothing here, do we? Like this is completely blank. I didn't. Okay, I did all this. I don't know, 300 lines of code off stream, which not sure if that was a good idea because now I can't look back on what I did and figure out what the fuck I did. Well, I can, but it's harder now to do that. I can just quickly go on GitHub and check it out because I don't want to go with the command line or whatever the fuck for this. Oh, actually, wait. Oh, I need to check this out real quick later, but not now. Don't got time. All right. Right. I'm gonna need to look at the other branch. Wait, this is totally not up to date. Hold on. Yeah, we haven't pushed any of these changes. Which, oh no, no. Okay, let's quickly reload this page because the GL branch is the one we're working on currently. It has a whole bunch of shit. So one thing about this is that, about the way I'm doing this, is that I'm not relying on anything like, well, I'm relying on some libraries, obviously, yeah, of like dynamically linked ones. But if we look at, that's not the right one. Also interesting though. Size. Wait. Hold on. Oh, that's megs. I was about to say gigs. What the fuck? Yeah. Okay. All right. Sorry, we're looking at LTD. So if we look at LTD, we see that we have a whole bunch of shit that we. These are new, but we're linking against. No, we're linking against a whole bunch of shit here, but it's all stuff that you should have on your Linux machine, right? Xrandr, X11GL, pthread. What else? I think XCB is one that we link against. DL. Those are all things that you have generally, as far as I know, right? And there's a whole bunch of libraries that we're also using. We're using SFML, String, Glue, and glfw. And if we look at the symbols, which I don't remember how to fucking do that. Oh, no, yeah, we're in release mode. I should have probably changed that real quick. Yikes. In release mode, we actually strip the binary and everything, right? Oh, yikes. Alright. Let's quickly make this. Okay, yeah, I know. There's a whole lot of things that's not implemented yet. Right, and then we C++ filled that. Right. So the binary itself has all the SFML stuff in it. It has all the oh, hi. Hello. So the binary itself has all the stuff in it that like this is all my stuff. Yeah, these are all my symbols, but there's a whole bunch of other shit in here. There's a whole bunch of SFML stuff. There's a whole bunch, should be at least, a whole bunch of this is standard library stuff that we're linking in against. But there should be GLFW and glue stuff in here too. Can't see it right now, but it should be there. And yeah, so whatever else. So we're linking against those, but statically. The reason I'm doing that instead of why I'm linking against them static libraries instead of shared libraries is because I feel that, well, I know it's always been an issue to figure out like a good library version to use that everybody's gonna have, and oh, what's up? Uh, a good library version that everybody's gonna have, yeah, and also uh, yeah, so the problem before was that when I grabbed the binary, I couldn't give it to someone else, which is fine. Yeah, on Linux, that's fine. Because they wouldn't have the latest library version or whatever. But also, if I try to compile it on someone else's system, it wouldn't work because their shared SFML, for example, would be an older version because, let's say, apt doesn't actually have the absolutely newest SFML version, which Arch Rolling, which I'm using, it does have. So, you know, there's always that, and so it was requiring a version that I didn't have, and so on, right? And I don't know if LDD actually cares about the version. It does, yeah. So, yeah, so that didn't work. And I think 2.5.4 is what apt had, and 2.5.6 or something is what I was linking against, and it didn't work. So, and you know, at that point, the user has to literally build SFML, the newish version, from scratch, and it's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. I don't want that. I don't want people to be able to LD preload anything as well, because I mean, this is not going to be a multiplayer game, but still, the engine might be used for one later. So I just wanna make sure that I have everything. Sorry. Anyways, I want to make sure that I have everything. Also, so I can modify it, right? I might want to modify a few functions. I might want to look into the implementation of some things, because this is a big project and I do want full control over everything I'm using. Yeah. So obviously, you know, with respect to licenses and so on, but yeah. So that's why we have these. But back to this. These are all those changes, yeah. Let's look at especially the commits in this branch. Yeah, working on the render now partial commit. I didn't do much at all. Add a shutdown hint. Right, okay, let's close the window. Let's grab events and let's close the window. It's gonna be an update, yeah, because that's what update is for. And how do we do that in here? Oh, yeah, X. You bought a new charger? Heck yeah, dude. Finally. Chargers are so important. And yes. Chargers are important, I guess. No, that is pretty cool. And two things in life that always break that you always need is chargers and headphones. All right. So, uh, where's our loop though? Am I a bit retarded right now? Loop, there it is. Okay, there we go. Let's quickly bind this to be on top here. Then, which is kinky, of course. And hearts. Wait, no, hearts don't break that much. Come on. Stop. It's not nice. If GLFW get key. A window. I might want to abstract this away too, because this is really annoying to do. Yeah, earphones just do that. If you don't buy like the highest quality, even those break, but generally they're just fragile as shit. Key, GFW key, escape. So when we press the escape button, we want the what is it? Is it literally application the shutdown? Shutdown, hint, game exit. Yeah. And then here we wanna can we not close? Wait, does it already do that? I'm really not sure. I'm sorry. Shame on me for not knowing that, right? That actually doesn't work. All right. Oh, we need to check it against because GLFW get key actually returns an int, which is let's go back. Fuck, how do we do this? Keep GFW press, really? Yeah, I need to abstract this away. I'm gonna forget this so fucking. Aww. Crying. So GL backend is key pressed. Wait, we have that. We need to just actually implement that. Hold on. Wait, have we not? Wait. Is key pressed? Is that not a thing? Yeah, this doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and not have this final. It's super ugly, but Kind of fits with the theme. And then I want to virtual, what is it? Bool is key pressed, key override. Is it const override? I don't remember. I don't want to look it up. All right. So right where here somewhere. Bool GL backend is key pressed. Key. It's definitely not const, is it? Well, it has to be const here, but I doubt that that's right. Oh well, return. Oh god, it already fucking messed it up. Alright, that's glfw get key window glfw key. See, this is the thing, we can't just translate between them that easily. Okay, I need to switch to a different editor. This isn't working. Yeah, this is really not working. I need to switch to this editor because otherwise I'm gonna cry. Nobody would want to see that, right? Kinky fuck. Oof, that's a lot of files. All right. Where were we? GL backend. So I know errors. Who gives a shit? Right. So that which is defined here, which is const. Okay, good. All right. So okay, I need to quickly make a free function here, which is disgusting, but oh well. GLFW key, which that's gonna be GLFW3. Then I want to obviously move this below. Obviously, yeah. Of course, what else? So, what do we have here? Yikes. They're just ints, aren't they? Ah, damn. Int. So we switch through the GLFW key. No, case GLFW. Stop bullying me. I swear. It's oh my god. I'm actually gonna cry. So we're gonna log the so I need to make the opposite function. Why did I make this? Why did nobody warn me? Oh my god. Fuck. G of W key from key. Key. Alright. Need the opposite, of course. Oh, actually I have to rewrite this entire thing anyways. Case key. Escape. Return G of W. Key escape. No, there's no real way to automate this as far as I know. Okay, so we return whether that is pressed or not. That way we can just move on with our lives like this. Because I think this already closes the game. I'm not sure. Let's go in application.cpp, make sure this is actually a thing. Maybe we don't. Let's look in the window update. I really want the application to just do that. I don't really. If window, the is key pressed, key escape, shutdown, hint, game exit. Fuck. Oh, multiple definition. For fuck's sake. I have to quickly go and change that to actually be like inline or some shit. Aw, okay. Tell me when you want to call, by the way. Waking, like, I don't want to, like, just end the stream right here and stop working on this, but maybe in a bit. Right, I think this doesn't return. It doesn't work. It just doesn't work. What is 1? What is case 1? Well, I guess we're calling this function, and 1 is B. Okay, so we're watching for B and we can't find that. So let's quickly just implement those. Key A, return GLW key A, and then let's just do a few of these. So B, C, D, E. Because right now I can't be bothered to do them all, but it's definitely a good start. So that way we don't get that annoying error anymore. I don't get it. Let's be busy. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Thank you. I'm so proud of you for that one. Really good. Really funny. Really good. Makes me cry. Right. So they're not implemented. Whatever the fuck. You know. Don't care. Don't care. There was a different way to check for something like escape. No, there wasn't. Never mind. Well, so in the application itself, we use this, yeah? So I feel like this isn't getting called. So let's go verbose. Okay. A little bit passive aggressive there. Just okay. Why is it not working? It's literally just not doing it. That's calling that. Just calling the application backend as key pressed. Which goes into this one. Let's call that. That doesn't get called either. Okay, so we're good on that end. I'm not completely fucking dumb. So GL backend instead now has is key pressed. Oh no. Oh no, no. Don't say that. Please. Come on. Don't say that. It's not nice. Come on. Verbose. Do you want to just say that? Just key. Just like that, make sure that's nice, and whatever. Yes. It doesn't matter what I press. Oh, we need to pull events. I'm so absolutely goddamn dumb. Holy shit. We need to pull events, of course. Boom. Yeah, now it works. Fuck, I'm retarded. That was really stupid. I'm so sorry about that one. Guys, that was just stupid. I'm sorry about that one. Okay, so... Alright, so GL backend detail call, GLW terminated. Everything's fine. Right now, let's see what Valgrant thinks of this. Okay. Okay, so a whole bunch of the NVIDIA GL Core stuff. We don't really care about that. Important part is that we're not leaking memory because I never want to leak memory. Okay, so alright. That's good enough for me. Okay, so we have that. We have... Wait, why do we have 2 shutdowns? That's not good at all. Wait, hold on. Oh, were we doing it somewhere and I didn't realize that? Yeah, we were doing that somewhere else. Where were we doing that then? Shut down. In the game state, of course, yeah. That's what should do it as well, like the application shouldn't do that. I totally forgot that exists. Yikes. Should know that kind of thing. Okay, so now we need to figure out the set title thing. So, there, title. Set title. Here it is. When the title string. Incredible. Amazing. Now we have a nice window that says the amount of FPS that we have. Which is great. It's still lagging when we pull it around, but everything is doing that right now, so I'm gonna assume that's because of the recording. So yeah, we have a whole bunch of. Let's get rid of that little debug message here. Application CPP 24 is gonna fuck us right up the ass if we don't. Application 24. 24, thank you very much. There it is. And okay, so one thing that doesn't work yet is closing the window. So we don't want to fix that real quick. GL backend. By just pressing that button, we should be able to close it. And that's called Windows should close. So, if GFW window should close, window, then we want to absolutely do that by calling the dot shutdown with the shutdown hint window closed. Right, so that's 1. This is 0. Perfect. Okay, so I'm looking at this little code here that tells me what actually shut it down. That's the hint that we get. And yeah. And obviously all these messages should be written into a file as well. I'm going to do that eventually. Maybe I want a logging thread actually, so the logging doesn't slow us down. Possibly a cool idea. So yeah, you can see we have glue, GLFW, and SVL in here. And, well, string, which I don't know where that went, but oh, it's here, okay. But that's neat. Let's see, do we have any people in here? Yes, we do. Awesome sauce. Everything's still working. Hold on. Yep, everything's still working. So the update does what it's supposed to do. Now this is fucky, right? But maybe we should fix this from somewhere else. Check this, not fix this. Okay. That's good. Now resizing and whatnot, we don't really want that yet. So close window also isn't a thing anymore. I'm pretty sure that we don't have that. We do have that. Where do we call that? I think we got rid of close window. Because I didn't want that anymore. Is it getting called anywhere? Yes. When we call application shutdown. Oh. Right. Okay, so that closes the window in case there's anything to do there, but I think we do all that in the cleaning up phase of the GL backend anyways. Like that, I think GFW terminate does that. I'm not 100% sure of that though, so let's fucking let's look at that up. Oh, actually, give me 1 second. I will be right back. Alright, I'm back. That shit's so silent. Alright. Okay, let's go. Actually, let me go over to here. Okay. Oh, it can error out. Alright. Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. Hold on. Let's actually do this real quick. Because we want that. What's up? Well, not much. I'm making coffee. So I'll be right back in a few minutes as well, but right now I'm working on. Can you even hear me? Oh god, that's loud. I am still working on the renderer. Currently outputting the GLW version. I'd also like to output the glue version, but glue, get string, glue, version. That's probably good. And then, hold on, I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. Wait, what the fuck? Can you stop? Can you stop? This shit's going on my YouTube. Anyways. Alright. So, time to check this out. Oh. Let's do this after we have everything initialized. Fuck. I think at that point it doesn't actually exist yet, so Yeah. So we see we have glue version, GLFW version, and the GL version here. Now with like the vendor too, you know, that sort of thing, just make sure we have everything logged. Not a vendor, a vendor. Close enough though. Rather propagandish. I know, right? Well, I needed some color and red was just the obvious choice for our engine. Oh, I'm gonna see myself up. Log, geo. Let's see. Okay. Okay, alright. Oh, there was. Can this maybe just like not search while I'm doing this? Oh, I need to include glue.h. Do we not have that? Pretty sure we have that. Oh, did I? Is it just miscopied? Alright. Fair enough. So that way, if someone else is running this, we can see, you know, what the differences are in the actual configuration of the system. So we see we have Rendra, GLSL version. Oh, that actually shows the video card. That's nice. I don't know what else to show here. I think that's pretty much it for information that we want to show. I think we can go back to doing what we were doing before, which is already handled by detour through GLFW terminate. Alright. Now we need draw and window title. Now window title will All right. So, now that we have all this, set window title, set window size. We don't have this yet. Let's throw an utumpel in there. Actually, we can basically do that, right? Link to glfw get window size. Oh, yikes. Wait, it's way easier than I thought then. Basically, we make a float x, float y, return vec2 of x and y. Yeah, and then in between we do glfw get window size for m window x, y. Oh, int. It wants integers. Alright. Sweet. Okay, draw is not implemented, but we're working on that. Let's give it a nice capital, whatever. Doesn't look like I spit all over the thing. Right, so that's cleared. We need shaders, we need all sorts of shit now, but we have that much, yeah? There's a folder, right? Called res. And it has the textures folder, and there's a bunch of textures in there. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna create a new folder in res. There's a yeah, let's go with mkdirp with res shaders, and a shader is going to be a folder, yeah. I think, right? So actually, let's not do that. Let's not do that. Wait, we have a shader program in the end, yeah? Let's just make them free, like free shaders right now. So good. Let's just add core. Add CMake lists. And then glue and W and whatnot. Oh, we can't actually do that. Okay. That's okay. Okay, what else do we need? That's pretty much it, right? So changed to GL, to OpenGL, render incomplete. Heavily whipped, but clearing, clear and closing, and clear, closing, and changing title work. Already context. Let's create it. Just no actual rendering yet. Should be a red window when start it. Push. $400 lines of code. What the fuck? All right. I want to have a drawable, renderable, something like that, where I can just store all the bullshit and just have that be. Yeah, I need something like that. I mean, what I can do, I can call GL begin, GL end, right? Just draw some shit. Yeah, I think I can do that, right? Like I can just demonstrate that it works, I guess. And then we're gonna do it's a state machine in the end, isn't it? No, it doesn't work. Is that a thing we can do? No. Alright, so yeah, but this is getting cold, right? It is getting cold. That's not terrible at all. Like that's not really really sarcastic, but it's not terrible. Oh. Coffee. Yummy yumsters, guys. Yay. Okay. So, drawing. It's kind of complicated because I'm not sure how to actually do that yet. Okay, so I have a shader, yeah? I have a shader. Right, so the material should hold the shader too. I know it's getting really ugly, but it's the only way we can do that, I think. Yeah, we need to do it like that. Then we can include shader.h, which hopefully doesn't include material. It doesn't. Okay. I wasn't really sure. Since it's a pointer, we can just use whatever. But virtual ref better shader virtual const ref better shader const. Very important for balance, you know. Thanos memes, even though I haven't watched the movies. All right. Return m shader. Sweet. And return m shader here too. They should be inline or whatever, but I don't give a shit. Okay. So we have that, which is nice. We have a shader now. We should give it a shader too. Like basically like this. Yeah, like this. Oops, that's a dot. That's not on it. Fuck, I can't type today. Shader. Okay. Then that same thing is gonna happen up here. That's gonna be shader, 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 and oops. Yeah, this needs to obviously also do that. Also, it needs to be after the color. I know it's not consistent, but whatever. It's not going to cause padding problems anyways, because if we have padding problems, we have padding problems. There's not much we can do right now. And it's not like we should worry about it, honestly. Just need in here. And then give it to this guy. And then throw an Nodimple in here because Nodimple because we aren't capable of using or passing shaders as well as okay, so now the material has shader, which is nice. Now you create a shader by giving it a path to a shader. And currently we only have that. So GL, this will have some functions like load and compile, which we have to implement. Yay. Right, so luckily I have those already in here somewhere. In shader, load shaders.h.c actually. It's all written in C. So it's not like I want to use this, but it's handy, you know, not much I can do about that. I know it hides the chat, but for now I'm okay with it. There's nobody in chat that is talking that much right now, so it's okay. Not gonna worry too much about it. Right, so load shaders is a whole clusterfuck. I just need it basically to wait. Okay, we don't have that. Wait, what interface do we have though? Nothing. Alright. Sweet. Great. So doesn't really matter that we don't need that much of an interface. So load and compile. Easy. Load is gonna be basically actually I'm gonna have this, and then in compile we need to make sure that we are actually loaded. So assert loaded. It is loaded. So loading it means we take let's just store our generic resource. Vertex shader source. It's called a vShader source because we all know what that means. And then fShader source. all it's going to be is a generic resource, which is an abstract class, I know, but it shouldn't be. I don't know why it is an abstract class. It's completely fucking retarded. That doesn't make much sense. Let me change that. Does anything inherit from this? I'm pretty sure nothing inherits from generic resource. Okay, so loading. Let me just quickly put a not implement all of these, just in case I forget to add that later. Right, so loading is the thing that we care about right now, and data is void pointer, but that's about it. So we have a void pointer, which is gonna be protected. Wrapper void. Just a wrapper is data. So the reason we have this is so we can do arithmetic stuff on it. Well, we can't right now, but you'll see. Data assert data is null. Needs to be null. Otherwise, already load it. And then we do delete data. Maybe we can't delete that, can we? Let's make sure we have that freed. Okay. So we load a resource by just loading the entire file. And I kind of want to do this with C, because it's kind of easier for me to do right now, I think. If we look in this AL, we have this right here, which basically just creates a char array. Okay. I'm on BMP loader and everything, hold on. So, oh, it's an object file loader too. There's everything in here that we might want, but the most important part is this. So this thing called file contents, which is a whole fucky load of shit. But what we can do, we should add a data hint maybe to the resource, generic resource. But wait, we don't have a fuck. Wrapper, which means basically just data is null wrapper. It's literally what that means. Default constructor, fuck off. It's kind of weird, but oh, what can you do? Right, so as long as the data is not null, we can actually do this. Is null, we can actually start doing this. So, data, and I know this is disgusting, right? But this is just, it's just for my sanity. I'm gonna do it like this. Standard lib to h. We don't actually need that. We only need We only need a string h and if and dev Unix or whatever it's called. Called Linux. For Linux. Yeah, it's Linux. Alright, so if we're not on Linux, we have to like fix that later, but we want to include sys stat, which actually is probably a Unix thing, isn't it? Who knows really? I mean, what we're gonna do is we're gonna make a little helper method up here. Oh, free function. Which is just gonna be static. Says the get size of file, and then we need to give it a file pointer, right? No, we don't. We need to give it a const char, so let's give it a string view instead. File. Let's call it path, because that gets annoying real quick with the path. So what we want to do is we want to struct stat sp int stat rc stat path. What is sb? Oh, sb. And then then we assert that stat rc is 0, and then we return sb to st size, which, God help me, what is that? Along? I want a size t, honestly. Yeah, there we go. Unused function. Yeah, no, that's gonna change, obviously. Oh, we don't need this. Oh, we do need this. Struct. Okay. Right. So this is some basic C code that just basically grabs the size of a file, which is what we want. So we define it up here so that it's always defined. Yeah. Right, now we can use it in load. Right. So what we're using this for is we're using this to grab the actual size and allocate exactly as much memory as we need. Pretty much, that's the idea. So now we're using fopen, yikes, you know, but I mean, show me an easier way with fucking streams. No, thank you. I want to load that straight into memory. Right, restrict file name is probably it's going to be installed lib actually. Right. The file name is do not store the path. Make sure we have that, and then we can later remove that. Which that's gonna, oh shit. I think that's gonna work fine, right? Oh. All right, we want path that's C-string. We're gonna open it as read binary. Then we wanna assert that. Mixing a whole bunch of code here. Yeah, this should be a whatever pointer. I don't care right now. Data is malloc. What is st size? Hold on. St size. What is that? Because I don't want that to be this the bytes. That's byte size. Yeah. Okay. So we can just basically give this the size right away. So that's gonna be size of file and path C-string path dot. Oh well. Wait, can we say path? No. Okay, right. I want the data to be accessible to us. I don't give a shit anymore. Literally want this to have accessible data. Because I cannot be bothered to like write a whole bunch of shit now to access this. There's no way I'm gonna do that. I think. It's just ridiculous. So can we remove this without it breaking everything? Because if we don't define that, it should work, right? That's what it just told me here. Well, this doesn't work, but it does. Okay. +1 actually, yeah. But that's alright. We're not gonna null terminate it. We're not gonna null terminate anything. So size is gonna be size of file path C string. And then we can use that here. Possibly add a 0. The end here. Not sure about that. And then we f-read pretty much. So we assert this. Make sure it's not null. And then we read that. Actually, that's going to be auto RC is, well, that's f-read RC. This is why I don't like C APIs. Okay, I feel like the music's too loud. Right. Feel like it is too loud. Who knows, really? How do we f-read? Data. The size, which is size. Then the file pointer, which is fp. It doesn't like that because we're passing it a. Oh, 1. It's 1 by each. And then assert f-read rc. What does it have to be? It's not msize. I'll make sure it is msize actually. It's the whole point. Which I guess, yeah, it doesn't like that, but oh well. Then we have close, file pointer, another term here. Need it. You fix me above. And then we return nothing. And then data's void pointer is going to just return the data. We also want to have a way to unload it. Which starts off as false. Of course. Then at the end here, set load is to true. And then If it's already loaded, we don't want to do that, so. Okay, like that. And then unloading. It's basically just, we need to assert that it is loaded, which I'm gonna do explicitly here. And then set it to false at the end. And basically what we do is we free m data, set m size to 0. What else we have? Set m path to some empty path. Well, actually, we don't do that. That's the whole point, right? We don't destroy the object. We keep the path around. And reload is going to be basically virtual void reload. It's basically going to be unloading and reloading it. Unload and loading it. Yikes. That was recursive as shit. Alright. Right. This, here we want to check that it is loaded. I know that we do this later in here, but I want to make sure that it crashes in reload if we're not loaded, so that we know where it's coming from, right? Even though the debugger is going to tell us whatever, but still, it's important that we show that. That we notify ourselves that that is where it crashed. Now, now we want to actually grab a warning here. So, if mdata is null, we want to actually quickly log that. Data of path, generic resource of path, path was never loaded. Okay. It's just so that we know, hey, something isn't right, Nick, because yeah, it's just not right. You might want to dump the entire object, obviously, but not right now. Right. Does it compile? Let's quickly see if it compiles. Probably I missed something, but I did miss something. Oh, SML material doesn't have that call. Material to H. Right here. It doesn't like that. Where do we actually material? Material. Oh, fuck. Material construct. Where do we do that? In sprite H. Right here. We give it a texture path, and we also wanted to take the shader construct shader path. Important. And we do that by taking the shader as well. Right here. Const path reference shader path, which is neat. Well, it's not neat, but it's not terrible. And then over here, same thing. And then we give it yeah. Yeah, that's good. Okay. Music's dead though. Aw. I'm sorry. We'll watch some videos in a bit, okay? Like, not with the stream. If you want. So the that gives us the shader path. Then we need to see where we actually call sprite. Can't type anymore. Alright. Probably in main, yeah. Make us actually. So the thing here is that we need to give it multiple shaders and stuff. So that kind of sucks, right? We could move away from this and just assume that it's going to be in res shaders and just give it a name and it's going to load the vertex fragment, whatever shader for that, which is what I'm going to do at this time. Just call it simple. And that's literally going to be it. And then this is, instead of taking all this shit, it's going to just take a string view. Shader name. Then it's going to be passed to here. That's smart. I like that. I wanted to do that anyways, but I guess we're going to do it a little bit earlier now. Shader's constructed with path and string view. Shader name. Which, you know, we should actually be casting a shader, whatever, you know, that sort of thing, but can't right now. It's literally a bit too much to ask at this time. So we have two generic resources, MV shader source, which is gonna be string format, res shaders, shader name, vertex. There's going to be one dot vertex, and then there's going to be one for dot fragment. It's going to be the F shader source. Let's make sure they exist real quick by touching them inappropriately. Touch res shaders. Simple the vertex. Fragment. There we go. All right. That looks correct. Aw. You're promoting my stream. Hold on, let me quickly do that real quick. Let me do that real quick. Where do I actually find my... Is there a way to actually... Oh, okay. I don't want to type this out. Alright, there we go. Alright. A little bit of self-promotion there. As you do. Alright. So, sorry, let's get back to what we're doing. So, GL shader loading is going to be vshader source load and f shader source load. Pretty much, right? That's all we need. And then we need to compile them. So, maybe we should add a hint to these. Let's quickly do a fix me here. Add a hint to the type of data. That looks good, yeah. Alright. Loading should work, unloading should work. We don't know yet, but we'll see about that. Then compiling is the important, the fun part, right? So, can we cast a raw pointer? Is there a nice cast operator thing? There is not, so I'm just going to steal that from here. Here. This is what we want. That's pretty much what we want. Because now we can go and now we can go and grab the vshader source. Data is void pointer as, and now we can make it a char pointer. Or just a char pointer like that. And then vshader src is that. Thinking, yeah, we do that. Oh, not what I wanted. We do the same thing for the f shader source with the f shader source data. And then we have some nice little pointers there. That's actually not going to do this. It's going to just return data cast to that. Which is alright. Yeah, okay. So, we do that. Okay. Okay, I guess we get back to this and we actually start working on this now then. I think that's the calling. That's the move I'm calling right now. Actually, we get back to loadshader.c. Or load shaders, whatever, same thing. And we don't want to keep any of these in memory like forever, so we'll just do it the same way that's there. So we have the VSID, which is GL create shader, GL vertex shader. And same for the fragment shader, which is fsid and then fragment shader. And I'm just gonna shamelessly copy this from my old code because I can't be bothered. We do already have the contents, so calling them VS source and FS source is probably better. Okay, GL shader source VSID 1, and then it doesn't like that one. It's a const char pointer, const pointer, which means we just do that. Right. GL shader source FSID 1 FS source null. Actually, this should be null pointer. Stay C++, boys. Stay C++ E. C++ E? Alright. GL compile shader VSID. Actually, alright. GL get shader IV VSID GL compile status. And you know what? This actually fucking this reeks of having to be put into a function somewhere. So let's do that. So we're gonna make a little static function. Compile. Go to char pointer, source, and a GL. What is this? I guess it's an int. Huh. GL frag. Actually, type, and then we want. That's it. That's it. ID, ID, source. You can make this const. Instead of doing this, we want the type here. Cert type is either GL fragment shader, or type is GL vertex shader. The reason we assert this is because we don't want to risk it. Right, we don't want to risk accidentally passing something that we're not supposed to pass here. So we just assert that that's actually one of those, because it's always going to be one of those. And if it's not, we're going to just change it to whatever we need as well, but it's always going to be a very specific, and there's no type safety otherwise, so we have to make sure that it's type safe, pretty much. I think that the solution to a lot of the problems that I have in with OpenGL is type safety. So just make sure everything is safe as heck. Which OpenGL really doesn't make that easy on you, but I mean, you know, it doesn't have to be easy. Info. I need to get the GL get shader IV for ID and then the GL info log length, which is the length of the log, whether like sometimes it gives us an info log here. And so we want to assert that, right? So if that's if that's bigger than 0, then we want to assert that it's not. What if something's not safe? Inexplicable errors, and that's really the scary part about that. Yeah. I kind of want to go with a little bit of a macro here. One KB, and then we just so it's a little bit more clear what the fuck is happening. GL get shader info log for the ID, info log length, null, and then the log. Then, oh, no punter. Sorry about that one. No putter. Now, outputting this is interesting because I don't know if we have an error thing. We don't. We should have an error thing. Let's quickly make that in global.h. Maybe in debug tools we should make that. Maybe we should just crash. It's probably too brutal, honestly. So define error x standard CL NC red bold error. Quickly minimize this. File name. Line X NC reset standard line. There we go. So basically the same thing what we had before, but this time it's more pretty, I guess. Error log. Okay, so yeah, that's all we want to do. So, and if everything went wrong, return the ID. So that means we can just literally go and say VS ID is compile VS source GL vertex shader. And it doesn't like that because oh. Compile single via source vertex shader, and then this is a GL uint? Yep, it is. And then we do the same thing for the vertex shader. Hello. What language is this? C++. C++, modern C++. And hey, said who? I have been expecting you. Haha. Not really, but I mean yes, but not, you know, not in a creepy way. All right. Right, create a program. So GL. So the program ID is something we should actually store in here. We do that actually. So the program ID is gonna be GL create program. Yes, I'm working on the GL renderer because the other one didn't work. Apparently, so it didn't want to work. So now I'm using OpenGL. I'm writing a little GL renderer for this, and once that's done, we're going to move on to movement, physics, then map loading and saving, and then a level editor. It's kind of the steps that I was thinking of. Yeah, so no progress in terms of like the big scheme of things because we kind of did a step back from that with the rendering, but a little step back will result in a big step forward, I hope at least. So, program, VS ID, and then we also want to do the same with the fragment shader ID, and then we're good. Yeah, so then, oh yeah, GL link program, and program ID. So this links to, it's basically, for anyone who doesn't know, the way it basically works is you're literally sending source code to the GPU. Well, you're compiling source code, right? Like you're loading the shader, compiling the source code, linking it, sending it to the GPU. Not necessarily in those steps, but in that order, but you're definitely doing that. Then we check the program. So program IV. And you know what? I'm just gonna copy that part pretty much the way it is because can I not do that, please? No? Alright, well, I guess I'm not gonna do that. This is just a whole bunch of boilerplate and I just have to write it once and that's about it. Like status RC, so that's a GLU and RC. We don't really need that. I don't know why I keep doing that, but oh well. It's there now. For log length. It's to be initialized. No? I'm being retarded. Hold on. What does it want here? Oh, a GL end. Whoopsie. Yeah, I forgot about that. Okay, and then it's just very basic code. I mean, like very basic OpenGL shit that you don't really have to worry too much about. Once it's written, it should just do its thing and you never touch it again. Oh yeah, I do too. I have this 3D renderer here. But I have to translate it into my engine with the model I have with, you know, with my own data structures and stuff so that it uses the engine as much as I can. So basically, I'm just copying it from where I have what I have already. But I'm really bad at this. Like I'm really bad at OpenGL, so I could definitely use some help once I'm a little bit further in this. Then we're just gonna use this again. It's good music, I like it. I don't know if you guys can hear it. Hope you can. Yeah, probably barely, but it's there, isn't it? That's all that counts. That, and then we detach the shaders. Program. VS ID. Let's do it in the same order, just because that's nice. The FSID. Oops. The FSID, thank you very much. And then we GL delete them. Unnecessary, but why not do it right if you can, you know? It's not like I'm lacking the time to do this. And then we want to unload the source actually, so. Wait, do we? Maybe we don't. Compile should also unload it though. I feel like that's correct. VShader source unload. So that's no longer in memory because that's kind of stupid. And later, you know, we could have this, I don't know, whatever. Yeah, no, this is correct. This is correct. It's correct the way it is. And then we don't need to return a PID because the PID or the program ID is stored in here. And we have a whole lot of asserts in here. I hope it doesn't fuck us too bad that we do that. But I mean, if any of these asserts fail, we have done something wrong, right? There's not many of these are just gonna be random, you know, randomly failing because something didn't quite want to do it the way you want to do it, or whatever, you know, that sort of thing. So, oh, the shader has to be constructible with a, oh, it's, yeah. Where do we do that? Oh, here. Yeah, here. Yeah, we need to change it to have this signature, obviously. That was very smart. Shader name, which loads both shaders of the same name, because I'm assuming that each shader is going to have a fragment and a vertex shader, which, or like one of each type, which is kind of yikes, but it doesn't matter. Right now, that's what I have, so. It should, okay, it doesn't run. Right here, because we called it with only a shader name in sprite.h. So let's look at that. Where did we call it with just a shader name? Oh, here. What else does it want? Hold on, am I retarded? What else does it want? A path. It doesn't need a path. Why am I doing this? Like, that's the whole point, right? That it doesn't need a path. Because it's always going to be... Yeah, because it's always going to be that. We don't need a path for this. It doesn't have to initialize the path. Because we don't need a path. That's a constructor thing. So, but loading is not a constructor thing. Like resource acquisition as initialization is what I'm following for the most part. But I feel like here it's better to define acquisition and initialization, all that as just acquiring the path and maybe validating it, making sure the file's there, that it exists, right size or whatever, but not actually loading the file because that's a big operation. And we might want to do that somewhere else on a different thread, asynchronously, whatever. And I feel like that's a fair decision to make. Yeah, pretty much that's what I'm thinking. And also, well, then we have to go back to the shader.h and get rid of this path here, which doesn't make any sense whatsoever. This path here too. And this is already correct. Save all and run that. Oh, it's always so scary to do this. Right, the material does it wrong as well. Because instead of doing this, What the material really needs to do is no, it has to take a shader. That is correct. So where does it take the shader? Where does the material actually get constructed? That's my question, right? It gets constructed in the sprite. Whatever? No. Where does it get constructed? Where does this get called? Let's just look for that. In here. Music's fucking obnoxious. There's a good mix that I found recently under this cringe fucking search. I guess this is alright. Usually not that bad. Not gonna get copy strike too hard. Hope. Texture construct with the texture, shader, color. Let's find the first error that we get in this entire clusterfuck here. Sprite.h. It's always fucking Sprite.h, I swear. That shit is cursed. Maybe because it's new. Yeah, you construct that with the shader, which isn't right. But it has to have a shader, right? Was that not what we were working on the entire time? It was. Right, so what we're gonna do is instead of creating it like that, we're gonna call shader construct on this. Oh no, this is a different one. This is one which actually is supposed to take a shader. This is the one that is shader. Then it's supposed to do that. I forgot about what this is supposed to do. Okay, cringe, as they say these days. Yikes. Okay, geometry is construct with text shader called inMaterial 57. There's no such thing, is there? Fuck. That's exactly what was the problem. I have to change these all to actually do something else as well, but for now, it's gonna be alright. I don't know what this does. I don't know what half this shit does anymore. I fucking forgot. Fuck. This is so confusing. This entire thing is fucking bullshit, I swear. There's nothing right about this. GL material. So the sprite constructs a shader from the shader name, yeah? That's fine. Okay, that's fucking fair and whatever, but we give that to the material, right? Which the material itself slaps that in. That's it, right? Like, fair enough. But that's not how we actually construct a material, is it? Construct. Okay, so we call construct, which calls this, which has a shader already in it, right? Then we give that to the GL material, the shader color, you know, and then that initializes the material with that. And the constructor here takes this, yeah? So what's the problem? It is inheriting fine. There's what's the problem? Sprite at age 12. It keeps pointing me to sprite at age 12. Am I blind? Yep. I am blind, I think. Because the material doesn't have a constructor like that. It takes a color. Always takes a color. So. What's the difference between these? Okay, I'm just gonna copy this real quick. Hope that will work. Doubt it. Really doubt it, but what do you mean when I program too much top-down? What do you mean by programming top-down? I think that's the only valid way to do it. I think if you have a project that's going to end up being hundreds of thousands of lines of code, probably, yeah. If you get something, yeah, exactly. You get something on the screen, then improving from there. That's what I did at first. And that ended up like a complete shithole, because what happens is you try to build from something that works, yeah, but later you realize, oh, I have to change this entire 2,000 lines of code because I want to change a tiny thing, right? Like maybe I want to switch from one from one API to the other. Then I have to suddenly change, thousands of lines of code, which is ridiculous. So that's why I'm doing it like this, where I have to solve high-level problems instead of trying to, like, this is a higher level problem where I can just, it's an API problem, right? And that's, I'd much rather have these problems than writing tons of code and then having it to throw it all away again. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. And I mean, I don't know how big this project is gonna be. I haven't written an engine before, so I'm guessing. I'm guessing it's gonna approach definitely a few 10,000 lines of code, but probably more than that. I don't know. Depends on how long I want to work on this, and how many features I want and whatnot. But I have a rough idea. But so I'm thinking a few 10,000 lines or so. But it's something where I really don't want to I really don't want to work from the bottom up that much. And I mean, I'm getting something on the screen and I'm working from there. I'm just taking more steps to do that. Yeah, same. That's gonna be so interesting to do. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I have to look at the structure of this because I feel like I forgot something very important. Oh yeah, physics. I'm gonna basically copy the physics engine. Well, conceptually, not actually copy it from the other one that I have, the other thing, because that worked really well. But we'll see about that. It's gonna be very fascinating, and I'm gonna probably need lots of ideas and help with that from people that want to contribute a little bit, even just in the stream, you know. Right. What's it called? It's called source trail. There we go. Also, do you like that my thing looks like it's Windows fucking 95 or whatever? That's so cute. I like it a lot. It's so neat. I feel like it's a really sleek design. Like, it's one of those designs that, for me, doesn't age well. I know other people feel differently, but it doesn't age badly. Like, it ages very well because it's, like, as simple as it can get, really. So, same with the macOS design. It's really, really good. Like, it's really well done. And it doesn't get worse with time that much. Whereas, for example, the Vista design, you know, the Vista Windows 7 kind of design, looks terrible, right? Because it has all those fake shading effects, and it's like, oh, this is 3D, but not really, and every button has to be like 3D, pseudo 3D. It looks fucking ridiculous. Hate it. But actually, that's not the right one. Dungeon engine GL. Source Terrell project location is gonna be in source Dungeon engine GL. Source group. Yeah, exactly. That's also one of the reasons why I'm switching to OpenGL instead of SFML, because I noticed that I tried to do shadows, right? Like basically, you know, like shadows like in RimWorld. I don't know if you've played RimWorld, so I'll just RimWorld. 2D normal mapping. Is that what it is? I mean, those are cool, yeah, but what I mean is like when you look at a game like, fuck, is there any fucking... that's a bad example, I guess. Because this is fake, right? Like this is fake, but I know you can't really see because the quality's shit, but you have a 2D game and like these buildings have shadows. I don't know, you probably can't see that shit, but I like when a flat game has 3D shadows, right? Especially like imagine a dungeon. I'll show you actually what I mean. I'll show you exactly what I mean. So fuck, does it not exist? Okay, hold on. It's not right. Games dungeon. Yeah, no, that's not what I mean. Right. Imagine a game like this. Yeah. But instead of having this ugly fucking just vignette type fucking lighting, which is ugly as heck, right? Fucking terrible. Like having these actually cast shadows, right? Like real time shadows. That's one of those things that I would like. And yeah, so like basically Also depending on, you know, what is standing there or whatever. Like maybe there's a, you know, maybe different little objects have different little shadows and whatnot. So not really trickery, but like legit shadows, like legit real-time shadows for 3D objects, but you don't show the 3D objects basically. And I know that's possible. It's probably not even that hard because you basically just have to do 3D renderer. Like there's basically 3D stuff, and you just have to, yeah, I mean, make this a fucking box and fucking calculate the lighting, do whatever it's called, shadow map or whatever, and stuff on the ground. I mean, it can't be that hard. Things was just with SFML. Good luck at fucking writing any shaders. Like the standard version for GLSL with SFML is 1.1, which is old. I couldn't even find any tutorials on OpenGL 1.1 like shadow stuff. Like fucking forget that, yeah. And so, yeah, exactly, yeah. But for that, I feel like it's easier to do with modern GLSL, because you can actually find resources on that. You don't have to buy like a book from 30 years ago. No, but you know what I mean. And so, yeah, so this is obviously terrible. This is as much as you can pretty much do with the resources online about from OpenGL 1.1, not OpenGL, well, GLSL 1.1. I mean, obviously there's more possible, but fuck, it's terrible. And yeah, so that's the idea. Yeah, you don't want to see the code to this. This is absolutely atrocious. Just probably the worst thing I've ever written in my life is this goddamn code for this shader. Yikes. Honestly, fucking terrible. But anyways, yeah, having real-time lighting would be great. Like just for one light source, right? Not more than that, maybe. Like maybe 2 or 3. But like literally that. Maybe one for the player himself, and then maybe fire arrows or something gay shit. I don't know. But you see what I mean? And so you need a yeah, you need and yeah, particles, everything. I mean, so many things that you basically need for a 2D game to look really slick, yeah. So yeah. Yeah, all right. I'm excited for that. Just gonna take a hot second to do. I just need this to understand my structure because I'm sure I'm missing something about the structure of my project that is very like that was obvious when I wrote it, but I didn't comment on it any specific way. And so that's the idea behind that. All right, let's go back to this though, and let's figure this out while that's running. So, I mean, we can build it in here, I think. Just see what happens. It's gonna tell us a whole bunch of information. Right here. From there. which is yeah, okay, yeah. I feel like this entire constructor is bullshit. Who actually calls this? Like, honestly, who calls this specific one? I don't think anything calls this specific one. Can we just fucking delete this and see what happens? Because this is fucking useless. I mean, well, giving it a material is fine. Yeah, but the shader. No, no, no. We're not going to do that. We're going to just give it a string view for a shader called shader name. Because that's what we want, right? There's no way we're going to actually give it a shader directly. Or we give it a material. We don't even need that because we're giving it a material. What am I doing? The material should have the shader in it. I think I'm really fucking tired, to be honest with you. But this is going to construct a material, and this is not going to construct a material, right? That's the whole point. So we don't want that. And now we're cooking because we only want a material in a rectangle. Yeah, so the material has to be constructed from that and that. Okay, 4,000 arrows. I don't really care about those 4,000 arrows right now. So I'll look at this in a second. But let's quickly run this. See if the arrows have reduced a little bit. They have reduced. That's a lot of... Okay. In SFML material. Yeah. Alright. Let's just quickly fix that. And we have a window again. Right. So, we just added a shader and we didn't load it yet or anything, but we see that, yeah, we actually see the warning here, generic resource of path simple fragment was never loaded. So that's alright though, we don't really care about that right now. Well, we do care, but we know why, right? So, actually want to load the shader. We're going to load the shader as soon as we make a material. So, shader. Right, shaders have to be loadable and compilable, yeah? Let's just make that a thing, because that seems like a common theme. Virtual void load. Virtual void compile. Not impl. Then we go to the geo shader. Hey, auto checkers. That's Nathan. Hey, what's up? Thank you for the follow. Right, so in here, right now these are overrides, so we want to actually mark them as virtual and override. Otherwise, that's a big no-no. Whoops. Override. Should still be fine. Yeah, let's quickly compile and see if it does actually run. Uh-oh. Doesn't look right. Wow, that was a lot of warnings. It says they weren't loaded, but that's fair because This has to actually load the material. The shaders, and we should actually do that in here since they are now a thing that actually has a load thing. Shader load. Shader. Compile. Split this up. Pause. Alright. And all the warnings are going to go away. Yeah, as you can see. Now, load should actually set. Yikes. That should actually set m is loaded. So that way we can be sure that we loaded it, which is always nice to have. Hold on. Okay, zigzag V. Better than nothing, right? We're 6F on the string length. Which is fair because the reason we 6F in this actually is because the generic resource CPP does not null terminate. So I'm gonna quickly do this temporary. When we say m data, and basically we say m size plus we allocate like 1 byte more, and we set that to 0, thereby null terminating it. Which generally isn't a problem. Also, raw pointer needs to provide a whatever that is. A template type name. Actually, yeah, that's just gonna be. It's just gonna be a reference operator size t index. Oh, that's standard size t because we don't have size t in here. And we return data index. Oh, it's just called data? That's an oversight. It's member. Better be called mdata. Then we need a const reference returning const function. Does the same thing. Because welcome to C++. Alright. Generic resource. Oh no, it actually... Yikes, I didn't think about that. Okay, well what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna cheat. Because what I want to do is I want to have that as sharp honor. Shit. That's not nice. Cannot form a reference divide. Yeah, bought that. Not really what I wanted. Probably exactly the reason I don't have it in the first place. It's still zigzag V, but somewhere else. Wait, that shouldn't happen. We have allocated enough memory for that. And I'm sure because I wrote this. And oh, that's not the right one. Where is that? Where were we just? Am I retarded? Rhetorical question. There it is. Yeah, where are we malloching here? +1 times size of char. Not that that would make a difference because it wouldn't use 1 bit, right? It's gonna be a reinterpret cost. Oh no. Shit. We want the S pointer as well. That's what we want to use here. I'm pretty sure that's what we want. It still fucking fails on string length. That's ridiculous. Oh no. Reason might be that the shader's empty. Honestly. That might be the reason, yeah. Let's change that. Res shaders. Let's start with the vertex shaders. So version 330 core. Voidman. I'm just gonna copy the. Copy this because I can't be bothered. Then the fragment shader, same story. Just because I need something right now and I have no idea how to write shaders, so yeah, that's that. Which already assumes a texture and fuck off, you know. It's not good, but at least it's not. Never mind, it does sigfault. Well, see, this is fucked though because it's not crashing in my program. So I'm completely confused. Maybe compile single actually doesn't give us. Oh, you found it. Amazing. Okay, I'll look at it in a second. Okay, remind me if I don't. But I have to fix this real quick. So the problem I have right now is fucking ridiculous, right? It's crashing inside lib, like it's crashing inside what is it called? NVIDIA basically. Yeah, in libNVIDIA GL core. So it's string length seg faults because it wants to. So obvious reason we're not null terminated. You know, let me quickly check that out. Yeah, so yeah, see that's what I mean. Yeah. That's nice. It's a really sweet engine. Oh damn. Yeah, I know. That's a neat engine, yeah. That is a neat engine. Yeah, really cool. Really neat. Shader load. Not implemented. But GL shader load loads both of these. Compiling them will lead to this. Which will lead to this, which hopefully doesn't fucking... If this is the problem, I don't know what to do. Uh-oh. Yeah, that was expected though. Don't have to worry too much about that. Okay, so now I gotta just make sure this vertex shader has nothing that... So that's just... I don't know how to write... this is already like... I'm at a point where I don't want to do this anymore because I don't know how to write shaders. And this is more than terrible and I have no textures. Okay, let me just really quickly change the size of that because that's what I said I would do, right? Let's make it like 20 KB because I don't really care about that size too much. No, I'm using Arch. How long is this log length? Oh, I'm retarded. That's not how asserts work, my guy. I don't need to use Gen 2 actually. Alright. Let's make this like 2 KB. I don't need 20 KB. But like, okay. Question, yeah? I get an info log, yeah? It's trying to tell me shit, but it's not actually telling me shit. I must be doing this wrong. I must be doing this wrong. How does that work? Shader, max length, length. Shader. Wait. That's probably it. What? Function main is already defined. Well, yeah, no, that's really not. It's really not already defined, but nice try. And I have a double free, but okay, so my shaders are complete dog shit, obviously, right? But I don't have anything that needs to draw anything. So I just need a shader that doesn't do anything. I don't know how to do that though. I really don't know how to do that. It's a shader that doesn't do shit. Like just a valid shader that doesn't do shit. I don't have two mains. I know. I'm not retarded, you know, but that is legitimately not what I have. I do not have two mains. I have one. I have one in each shader, right? One in the fragment shader, one in the vertex shader. Probably because of this issue, though. Let's fix that and let's see if it works now. Because that was probably the issue. Yeah, see, it didn't have two mains. I just loaded the same file twice, so it didn't know what to do. But I definitely didn't have two mains. Okay, that's fixed now. Let's fix the double free real quick, because double free is never nice. And yes, I'm using free in C++. Fucking fight me. Yeah. Free, okay. If good question. I should probably. I'll look into that. What do you mean it will help? Oh, you will help, yeah. I mean, that's nice, yeah, but see. Okay, hold on. So I have this raw pointer class, which obviously should be yours instead. And I might just do that real quick. I have that saved somewhere, don't I? I mean, yeah, I'll do it in a second. I'll do that in a second. I'll do that in a second. Hold on. Was it? It was in. I don't know where I saved your pointer class, honestly. I can't find it. I looked on my phone for the link, but I couldn't find it. Oh shit. Sorry, that's not what I meant to do. Alright. Okay. I mean, the thing is, like, it's not like, it's not witchcraft, I mean. Just a lot of work, but. What's up? What's up? It's really neat though. No, I just have the mindset of there's nothing you can't make yourself with enough time. I don't like the music. No, I'm not going to. I listened to it for a second. I don't want to listen to it. It's really not my type. Anyways, I need to get going on this a little bit. No, can't watch. It's so long. I got it. Like it's an yeah. That's a really cool engine, but I can't watch the whole thing right now. So this wasn't needed, was it? I'm not sure. I don't remember if we need this. Text fields aren't null terminated, so as far as I know anyways. So right, but the double free should be solved now. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. works. Alright, so, yikes. I need to focus the, like, actual rendering now, though. And I think that's something I'm going to do next time, because I'm kind of exhausted right now. Let's quickly commit a little bit. So get status. What do we have? Get core. Global. Actually, we could just commit that like that. Then what else was there? Raw planner. Wait, what did we change there? Hold on. We added, we reformatted it and we added. Yeah, we just renamed. Okay. Rename data better data to data status. Okay, core rendering. Actually, that's just let's quickly see what we actually did again. We added shaders, yeah. Anything else? No, let's push that. In case anyone, no, I'm not pressed to go. Well, not really. My girlfriend wants to call. So I definitely want to do that, and I'm a little bit exhausted, so I'm not going to continue programming. That's pretty much. But I'm not actually pressed to go anywhere. In case you're looking at the repo at any time, the branch I'm working on is GL. Because I'm changing so much code, adding a lot of things that, yeah. Let's quickly look how much we're looking at. Not traffic, code frequency. No, it's in contributors, isn't it? Yeah. Let's quickly see how many lines of code we have. WCL core. $2,500 so far. Plus, I mean, plus the whole string thing, which has about 1,400 lines. Yeah. Right, okay. That's progress, I guess. Let's watch this. I just know the quality is really terrible. Like my stream quality is really terrible, so if I watch a video, it looks like trash. There's this guy that's building a, I don't know what he's called. That's neat. Looks like it's a little bit, yeah. I mean, I don't know if it's a good engine, but it's a good renderer. It's pretty important. But yeah, good engine is tons more than a renderer, and that's yeah. That's why I'm only now working on a renderer as well. Well, the game engine anyways. If it's a rendering engine, yeah, of course. There's this one, I don't know what his name is. I know it's Magic Dave, but I don't know. His YouTube channel is not called that, so. Well, yeah, Java, that's a bit of a yikes. So this guy is making an engine as well, and he has an entire planet, life-sized planet that, yeah, that I find that really neat. It's one of the things I look up to a lot. Like, oh really, that's neat. I like the project a lot. Well, the game not so much. If I wouldn't play it probably, but it's definitely very interesting. And yeah, see, I mean, there's a ton of work to be done. You can tell. I mean, at least I think so. At least I hope that he's gonna do a lot of work on it. Pretty much. Again, how many people are in here? Oh, 2 people only. There was like 7 people in here a bit ago. So I was gonna say, look at the repo, follow the repo, start the repo, but I guess people in here have done that. Anyways, I'm gonna end the stream for today. If there's nothing else, and well, yeah, same, or like at least like either like our reality or some other reality that makes sense in itself. Like, you know, fucking I like Skyrim for example because it's its own sort of it's a sort of imaginably realistic world. And yeah, well, it looks realistic. Yeah, I feel like that's nice, but you're biased as a graphics guy. So, anyways, I'm gonna head off now, and oh damn, didn't know that. Anyways, so I'm gonna head off, and for today, that's it. I did some commits. I did some work. That's enough. Also, should I end with this as just the end screen?